YouTube, you already know. Big Mac back with the banger. So here is my 240SX. It's fully caged.
Best kept secret.
Oh, we recording? Oh, hi. YouTube, how's it going? It's my 240. I'm gonna tell you why and how to go over budget.
YouTube, I said, this is how to build a 240 staying under budget. Psych, Joey Max went over budget like usual. And I'm poor now. So if you know how to get WIC, EBT, food stamps, I need all that. I need connections, man. We eating rice for breakfast. We eating ice for drinks. We doing all the bullshit. But I got a 240 with a turbo and a V8. So I'm gonna tell you guys where I went wrong. You know, as you guys can see, last video, let me throw the clip there. This is how to build a 240 for under $10,000 LS swap. How to make a drift 240 for 10K. I lied. So did Jake. Jake lied with me. We lied together. But I built it in a month and a half, working on it after my main job. I did it at my shop with my boy Kyle. You already know, the guy that builds all my cars and I just watch. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah. That dickhead that just ordered an F450. He thinks he's a shit. Bitch, he ain't even the fart, bruh. I got forces, ho. Alright, so yeah. But here she is, man. This is my 240SX. I ended up going over budget because I did a lot of things. I paid more than I should have for a lot of things because I looked at it as, if I'm doing it, do it right. So I went ahead and I have a 5.3. It had 100K miles on it. I went ahead and redid everything on the motor. We did a stage 4 BTR, boost cam. We went ahead, we got the heads cleaned, resurfaced, valve springs, all that. I did the Triton rocker upgrade. We did basically everything you can do to one. It has the Sicky accessory drive kit, so I have an LS3 steering pump, crank pulley, and shit like that. We went ahead and we had to do custom mounts thanks to my boy Cliff. We did custom mounts with intercooler, oil cooler, radiator, and yeah. And that's actually Kyle's hood dump for his Maxima. His ass has it broken sitting at his house, so guess what? It's like my Maxima, a parts car now. I'm sorry, Kyle. But yeah, so this car actually went ahead. We think it makes 5 to 550. We went to Dyno Day. I didn't make the video on that because I didn't really get clips. Once we got there, the car was acting up. As you know, we built it in a month and a half, so there's gonna be sensors not working, shit like that. But it ended up being a problem on Holly's side, not our side. So let's start with the Jake. All right, take your hat, bro. Let's start with the list. So the engine and trans part, I paid $300 for the trans. It's a CD. I got it for really cheap. And for the swap kit, I used a FabBot swap kit. It cost me $1,700. 4L60 bell housing, comes with clutch, flywheel, all that shit. Airplane going over. Let me let that go over before I can keep talking. All right, back. So then, Michigan Motorsports. The motherfuckers, they should sponsor me too, because the amount of money I sent them, let me tell you, great place to order LS swap parts from. Not swap parts, but LS parts, engine parts, all that shit. Gets here relatively quick. I'm in Florida. They're all the way up in Michigan. But I'm pulling out my order. Show you guys. So it cost me about $2,300 to do everything in the motor. That's from, we did the cam bearings in the block. They were a little scored. We didn't want to take the risk. I want this motor to last. So I went ahead and did that. I spent about $2,500 on everything. But we went ahead with the, if it will load. I know I did a BTR stage 4 cam, as I told you guys earlier. We did basically everything you could do. And then for me, it was like, all right, you're this far, you're doing a fresh build, you have a shell. Do you want it in A or do you want to boost it? And my goal with this car was to make it a comp car. I'm just learning how to drift, but you know, we wanted to make it a comp car. So I have my seat time car. I haven't showed you guys that yet. The G35 is no longer mine. That's my girlfriend's car. I'm teaching her how to drift it in that. But this car, it's fully caged and just needed a few things. It was a bucket. No one thought I was gonna build it. I built it in a month and a half along with my boys and some other homies. So we went ahead with the CX Racing Turbo Kit. A lot of people say it sucks. A lot of people say this sucks, that sucks. The main thing that sucks are the fucking exhaust manifolds. Spark plugs like to burn up, the wires, this and that. There's a lot of problems. I was reading a lot about it, but it was the best kit to fit into the car, made for a 240. It was made for an LS Swap 240. So what was I gonna do? I went ahead and did that. But we did custom spark plug wires. And that's the best shit we could have done because, I mean, they didn't burn up. We did a whole event. This car ate the whole event. I didn't have to look at it. I didn't, nothing overheating, nothing. This car was perfect. Other than after like 3 or 4 laps, the temp would rise a little bit. So we just had to let it cool, but that's normal. I went ahead with the LOJ oil pan. That was $600. And then the GK Tech shifter, that was $400. So what we are looking about, turbo kit 25, engine parts 25, trans swap and engine $2,000. So let's say 7,500 in the engine and trans. That's with the shifter all the way up to the turbo kit. But I went ahead and didn't get an eBay turbo. This turbo's off my Maxima. As you guys know, me and the Maxima didn't get along. It liked to blow up on me a lot, 3 times. Transmission, motors. So the turbo is practically new. I paid $1,000 for it. So it was, do I go with their bullshit eBay turbo that was like $200, or do I use this? I went ahead and used this. Turns out it's a little small. The AR housing is, I want to say it's a 0.91 AR. My tuner told me I need like a 1.25 for back pressure issues. These motors, the reason they go bad is due to that. So it's pretty solid. It's a stock bottom end, and we're letting her eat. We built her to last. I can upgrade the turbo and this car will make 750 no problem. The way it sits, fuel system, everything like that. But let's get into the ECU setup. A lot of people try to make the GM shit, the truck shit work. I didn't want to do that. So I went ahead with the Holley. I did the Holley EFI Terminator X kit. That was $1,600. Then I went with the ID 1050 injectors. Got them on Marketplace for $500. And then you have all your sensors. And then mounting and brackets. All right, well, how does it work? Actually, with the FabBot kit, which is the cheapest swap trans kit on the market with clutch, flywheel, everything like that, then you have the ISR engine mount kit. The ISR engine and trans mount works with the FabBot swap kit. So to get the engine and trans in the car, it cost me $2,000. That's with clutch, flywheel, mounts, all that shit. So you can do it cheap. I could have done it cheap. I could have threw a cam in it, or not threw a cam in it, and just left an NA car. But I went overkill. So I could have done it for the $10,000. I could still build one for that, but once you get into it, you want to do it right. Like for me, I wanted to do it right, and that's what we ended up doing. Then you have a lot of shit that people don't talk about. We had to do oil filter relocation, power steering lines, the accessory kit, clutch master. So we did the Chase Bay booster and lines, which relatively simple install. That feels great, works great. Then I had to find a hatch. I took so many trips getting parts for this car. I went to Orlando, Ocala. It's all like 2-3 hours from me, trying to find shit. Then it's like, oh, well, after you get the motor and shit in the car, yeah, I was probably like 10 to 12 grand in. Then you have the fuel system. I did a double pump with a radium drop-in fuel hanger. And we did full. I was saying, suspension was very expensive because you need angle kit, you need coilovers, you need all that shit. I went ahead with the Villains angle kit. It was cost me about $500. Works great. We did GK Tech Hydro. That was a bit pricey. Then we did ISR coils. 350Z front Brembos I did because I had them laying around. I did Godspeed all rear arms. I went a little cheap on the rear arms. You get once you get going, it gets expensive. There's a lot of shit that people don't talk about. I could put my whole build list at the end of the video, but it gets pretty pricey. You could do it for cheap. You could do it for 10K. You could go get a 5.3 for $1,000 if you have the car. There you go. You could find a shell for $2,000. Trans, it could be done. But for the power goal we want and the reliability we wanted with the car and where we want to take the car, it was hard to go the cheaper route. So that's why I went ahead and went with the route I went with. I did a lot of research, and as you just start ordering shit and buying shit, it just starts adding up. And that's what a lot of people don't talk about, is there's so much little things you end up needing that you didn't know. So it's 5-lug converted, everything like that. This car runs great. I'm gonna go probably take it on a drive, give you guys some clips of that, and it's not registered or anything, but it's 240, will be all right. And I'll give you some idling clips. Let me actually start it for you guys real quick. Loud. So here she is. Mike might not like that. It's a great setup, man. We'll go get some driving clips of it right now. And Jordan spun out, so this tie rod's a little funky. That's why the wheel looks like that. But just a quick rundown of the video. I mean, let me know what you guys want to see with this car. Take it on a drive, get you footage and shit like that. I can get full breakdowns of suspension. I can go over everything. I can sit down at the computer, make a video of that. Whatever you guys want to know. Always feel free to message me on Instagram. I'm down with helping anybody. A few people helped me with questions I had. So that's what it is, man. There's the G. I fucking didn't tighten the wheel. Wheel came off. Fuck that fender. Jordan got to paint it. Got to paint a bumper, but it's NA now. It's my girl's car. So we'll make a video showing them how to do that. Jordan's girl's car, simple, daily. I sat him on there. I didn't slide him, Jordan. Don't get mad. But yeah, so we're gonna take this on a ride. I'm gonna go grab Jake, and yeah. Yeah, bro. We got insurance on it, I think, but we don't got no registration. Would I build one of these again? Yes. I don't regret it at all. Only thing I need to do, I'm 6'3", about 290, and this seat sucks. I need to cut it and do the floor. So, temperature. I need to cut it, and you know how they modify the S chassis floors? I need to do that. But other than that, and I gotta change the rear diff before Clean Culture. We'll be drifting at Clean Culture September 8th at South Florida Fairgrounds if you guys want to be there. I'll be doing ride-alongs and shit most likely. But alright guys, as you saw, we took the cars on a drive, and the 240 rips, man. The 240 rips. It's a great car, I love it. But I just need to fix a little few things, changing the rear end next. I'm probably maybe make a video on that. And yeah, but I'm probably in this car for like 20 grand. It's crazy to say, but it's a great car. So if you like this video and want to see other cool things with the car, we might check them out drifting, any shit like that, let me know. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Subscribe, like, thanks for watching.